think I started running whenever I stopped walking and started to speed up a little bit. But running as a sport, I started doing maybe 10, 15 years ago or so. I ran a lot at school. I did cross-country running and competitive athletics and that kind of thing. And I think the great thing about running is that you can do it anytime, anywhere.
So competitiveness is definitely a thing. I don't know if you know what it's like being woken up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning after a long week. To then face Maren in her gym clothes, ready to go, asking you to start your timer at the same time to make sure that we're also running at the same pace.
There was one thing, kind of a memory I have from us growing up, very little girl. It was decorating the Christmas tree, which was really weird, but we had all different roles. So we had my dad sitting in the corner drinking his wine, my mum putting on really cheesy Christmas music, and my sister and I just decorating the tree. And as soon as we started, they would be those like turned into weird paparazzis and taking pictures of us. And we still do that today, so that's kind of our memory as a child growing up, and still to this day we decorate the Christmas tree every year together. Yeah, that's our thing.
So I'm German by heritage. I grew up in Germany for the first few years of my life, and then I moved to the UK. I lived there for most of my childhood, and then when I got a little bit older I moved to Africa, and then I moved back to Germany just 6 months ago in October 2017.
Something very German about Maren is that she plans everything months in advance. Holidays, trips, even kind of meals with friends or anything. I mean, it's not that she isn't spontaneous, but she kind of likes having things in the diary and then doesn't forget about them, whereas I'm always kind of hanging on by the skin of my teeth, trying to keep up. What is very English about her, and which I think is probably quite difficult for, or perhaps not as clear for Germans at first sight, is that her humor is incredibly inappropriate.
Kennengelernt haben wir uns in Kapstadt in einer Bar am Meer bei einem Sonnenuntergang, ganz romantisch. Wir hatten ein paar Drinks und ich war da mit einer italienischen Freundin. Maren sprach mich an und stellte sich uns vor und sagte auch, dass sie deutsch war, aber sie hatte eine englische Flagge an ihr Revolver kleben. Von daher war das nicht ganz korrekt und ja, so haben wir uns kennengelernt.
I love cooking, and primarily because I like the eating at the end of it, to be honest. And for me, cooking is a bit of an art. It's quite a creative thing. I don't like sticking to recipes. I also do a little bit of baking, but that's more chemistry in my eyes. But I love the cooking and certainly what comes out at the end of it. So I love having my friends over. I love getting everyone together and just having an evening with food and usually some wine or gin on the side of it as well. And just having all the laughter that sort of transpires from those situations.